Hey, Stoic friends, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever woken up feeling like the life has already been sucked out of you before your eyes even open? Like some invisible predator creeps in while you sleep, stealing your energy, your spark, your very soul. You're dragging yourself through a world that's louder, faster, more demanding than ever, where every second feels like a battle to hold on to what's left of your peace. People pull at your attention like vultures circling a dying animal. Your phone lights up like a siren, screaming for your focus. Situations come crashing in, testing your patience until it shatters. And through it all you wonder, why am I so drained? Why does every step feel like I'm carrying a mountain on my back, a weight crushing the air from my lungs? This isn't just exhaustion. It's a slow, ruthless bleeding of your life force, energy leakage, a silent war waged on your spirit. This world, this modern jungle of blinking screens and endless noise, is the cruelest kind of thief. It doesn't break in with a crowbar. It creeps under your skin, seeps into your mind, and siphons your vitality without a single drop of remorse. Energy isn't just the fuel for your body. It's the fire inside your heart, the storm in your mind, the unseen current that powers your soul. Lose control of it, and the world will snatch it right out of your hands, leaving you hollow, lifeless, a ghost wandering through a technicolor nightmare. Marcus Aurelius nailed it when he said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." But those thoughts, they're not just words bouncing around your brain. They're the lifeblood that either ignites your power or drowns it in shadows. You're fighting for every flicker of light inside you, and if you let that flicker die, you'll be swallowed whole. This isn't some dusty old philosophy meant for ivory towers and quiet scholars. This is raw survival. This is blood, sweat, and tears against a world designed to devour you. Energy in today's chaos is the rarest, most precious currency you own. Every second you waste, every thought you surrender, every distraction you chase, they're deposits in a bank with no returns. And when that account runs dry, nothing else matters. Your dreams, your peace, your sanity vanish like smoke in the wind. This video isn't about empty advice or feel-good slogans. It's about brutal truths hammered into the bones of those who refuse to fall apart. These 5 Stoic rules I'm about to unleash are forged in the fires of pain, loss, and relentless struggle. They've been carved out by warriors who've been burned by betrayal, crushed by burnout, and nearly broken by the endless noise, but refused to stay down. They stood back up, sharper, stronger, their energy unbreakable. If you've ever stared at the ceiling at 2 a.m., your mind a raging storm of doubt and fear. If you've ever scrolled mindlessly through the abyss of your phone screen, feeling your own soul slipping away with every swipe, if you've ever felt that fire inside you flicker and fade into cold ash, this message is carved for you. This is not just about understanding Stoicism. It's about ripping back the veil, reclaiming your primal power, and rewriting the rules of how you live and fight in this chaotic world. This is your call to rise from the ruins, to armor your mind, and to forge your spirit into an unstoppable force. So listen like your life depends on it. Because it does. Don't skip a single word, a single rule, a single moment of this journey. Each one will strike deeper, shake your core, and ignite a revolution inside you. Like, comment, and share this with anyone drowning in this storm. Subscribe now if you're ready to wrest control back over your mind, your energy, your destiny. Write in the comments below, "I master my energy no matter the chaos." Say it loud, say it proud, because this is where the fight begins. Now, brace yourself. Let's tear through the lies and distractions and carve out your power, starting right now. Number 1. Protect your mental doorway. There is a doorway inside your mind, a silent, invisible gateway standing between you and the endless storm of chaos that wants to crash in. Thoughts, worries, rumors, toxic noise, they all claw and scratch at that door, begging for entry. But most people, they don't even bother locking it. They leave it wide open like an abandoned shack in the middle of a hurricane, letting every stray thought, every toxic whisper, every venomous gossip stroll right in. And what happens next? They become the janitor of their own mental garbage dump, left drowning in a mess they didn't even invite. This is the battlefield nobody talks about. It's not outside in the world, it's inside you every single day. Marcus Aurelius nailed it when he said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." But here's the brutal truth. Most people hand that power away like it's worthless, without so much as a fight. They hand their mental kingdom to distractions, to pointless noise, to poison dressed as news or social media drama. And the worst part? They don't even see it happening. You know that moment, the one that's stolen from you every morning. Your eyes snap open, but instead of reclaiming your mind, your fingers reach for that glowing rectangle of doom. You unlock your phone like a mindless zombie and dive headfirst into the cesspool of other people's chaos. Bad news, fake smiles, desperate cries for attention, shallow opinions masquerading as truth. You haven't even whispered a single word to yourself yet, haven't allowed your own soul to breathe, but you're already soaked, drenched in a flood of other people's poison. It's a silent, invisible drain that sucks your energy dry before the day even begins. This invasion, it's modern warfare against your mental sovereignty. The digital world is a sneaky parasite crawling through your mental doorway, dragging in noise and distraction like a thief in the night. It steals your focus, your peace, your clarity, leaving you hollow, confused, exhausted. And the worst part? You let it happen, day after day, moment after moment. Stoicism isn't about shutting out the world or pretending it doesn't exist. It's far from naive ignorance. No, it's about building a fortress around your mind, guarding those gates with the cold, unbreakable discipline of a warrior who refuses to surrender. It's about learning to say no with brutal honesty. No, you do not get my attention. No, you do not get to mess with my peace. No, I refuse to be a dumping ground for every toxic thought that tries to sneak in. Picture this. Your mind is a sacred temple, holy ground where your spirit dwells. Would you let someone stomp in with filthy boots, shouting curses and throwing trash like it's their right? No, you would set guards, you would lock doors, you would unleash the fiercest protectors to keep that temple pristine. Your mind deserves that same ruthless protection. So next time you feel that creeping exhaustion, that invisible weight dragging you down, stop, pause, look back at that mental doorway. Who have you let inside today? What voices have you invited? What poison did you swallow without even tasting it? That single question, that moment of brutal honesty, can shatter the chains of distraction and reclaim your power. Because here's the secret that nobody screams loud enough. True strength isn't just about slamming the door shut. It's about choosing when and to whom you grant entry. It's about opening that gateway only to what fuels your fire, what sharpens your mind, what lifts your soul. From this moment forward, see your mind for what it really is, a fortress, an unbreakable sanctuary. No one crosses the threshold without offering something valuable, something pure, something that builds you instead of breaking you. No more free passes for the noise, the chaos, the poison. You are the gatekeeper, the bouncer, the last line of defense. Guard it with ruthless, unyielding discipline, because this mind is your kingdom, and it will either make you or break you. The choice is yours. Number 2. Stop negotiating your peace. Let's rip off the band-aid right now. Most of the poison dragging you into exhaustion every damn day boils down to one savage truth. You keep negotiating your peace with people who don't even deserve to breathe the same air as you. You've handed your sanctuary to strangers disguised as friends, to energy vampires cloaked in false smiles, and it's eating away at your soul like acid. You know the drill. You've been there, saying yes when every cell in your body screamed no, replying to messages that suck the life out of you like a parasite feasting on your calm, explaining yourself over and over to ghosts who never showed up to truly listen, let alone understand, forgiving the same broken behavior like a record stuck on repeat, all to dodge conflict, to avoid the uncomfortable truth. Some battles aren't worth fighting, but peace is never something you should bargain away. This isn't kindness, it's betrayal, self-betrayal, the kind that slowly chips away at your foundation until you're left hollow, a shadow of the warrior you were born to be. And Stoicism? It doesn't bow to that kind of weakness. It demands ironclad loyalty to yourself, a ruthless refusal to trade your soul's quiet for someone else's chaos. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." I'm going to push that further. If it doesn't bring you peace, if it stabs at your calm, if it tears at your spirit, don't waste another breath on it. Your peace is not a negotiation table. It's a fortress. You weren't born to be the punching bag for the world's frustration. You don't owe a single inch of your mental space to anyone who thrives on dragging you down. You are not the safety net for their emotional wreckage. And you sure as hell don't need to break your back bending over backwards to cushion their discomfort while you drown in a sea of anxiety and resentment. Every single time you negotiate your peace, you chip away at your spirit like a sculptor hacking away at marble, not to reveal a masterpiece, but to ruin the work of art. Piece by piece, you lose parts of yourself, until one day you wake up trapped inside a ghost body, walking through life hollow-eyed, wondering how the hell you ended up a stranger in your own story. Enough. Stoicism doesn't teach passivity. It doesn't say, be crushed by chaos, endure the storm. No, it teaches you to be unshakable, to be unmoved by the noise. But that doesn't mean you become a punching bag for every storm that comes your way. It means you cut the chaos out with the precision of a surgeon and the grace of a warrior who knows when to hold the line and when to let go. So the next time someone tries dragging you into their personal hurricane, stop, breathe, feel the fire flicker inside you. Ask yourself with brutal honesty, is this battle worth my blood, my sweat, my sanity? If the answer is no, walk away like a ghost in the night, silent, unseen, untouchable. Let them drown in their own madness. You are not their savior, their therapist, or their emotional crutch. You are the master of your own peace. Picture your peace as a fierce flame, wild, untamed, but sacred. Every time you say yes to something that threatens that fire, you pour cold water over it. You smother it. You risk letting it die. Guard that flame with every fiber of your being. Protect it like a lioness guarding her cubs, like a warrior protecting the last bastion of hope. You're not here to endlessly explain yourself, to justify your boundaries, or to prove your worth. You're here to live, to breathe, to claim the quiet dignity that comes with peace, to stand tall and unyielding, a monument to everything you refuse to lose, Your peace is your crown. Wear it like royalty, guard it like a fortress, and never, ever negotiate it away. Number 3. Own your reactions. Don't let them own you. One of the cruelest, most insidious traps modern life sets for you is how effortlessly your energy slips through your fingers the moment something hits you. A careless insult, a biting comment, an unexpected setback. It's like lightning striking your soul. Suddenly, you're a hostage to your own reactions. Your mind races into chaos, your heart hammers against your ribs, and the energy that once fueled you evaporates like mist in the blazing sun. Have you ever looked in the mirror after one of those moments? Stared at the reflection of someone you barely recognize? Someone angry, anxious, defeated? That's the raw, ugly truth of losing control. This is where Stoicism slams its hardest, cutting through the noise like a blade of truth. You can't control what life throws at you, period. The universe doesn't care about your plans, your desires, or your comfort. But here's the savage power you do hold. You own your reactions. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic titan, drilled it into his mind over and over. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And yet, the masses live on autopilot, handing over their reins the second the world shakes their cage, letting their emotions bulldoze through their sense of self. Picture your energy as a flickering flame, delicate, precious, alive. Every reaction you let spiral out of control is like dumping gasoline on that flame. But the gasoline is soaked in anger, fear, frustration, and bitterness. It roars and blazes bright for a moment, but soon that fire burns you alive from the inside. You think you're defending yourself, fighting back. But the truth? You're bleeding out your own strength, turning your vitality into ash. Every uncontrolled outburst is a betrayal to your power. This rule, this brutal decree of Stoicism, is about becoming the calm eye in the hurricane. When life hurls provocation your way, you don't erupt like a volcano. You watch, you observe, you hold your ground. You don't tumble into the pit others dig for you. You stand firm on the edge and refuse to jump, because the real power is not in trying to control the uncontrollable. No, it's in mastering the wild beast inside your own chest. You have not just the right, but the sacred duty to reclaim your calm. The moment your emotions surge like a tidal wave, threatening to drown you, stop. Breathe deep, slow, and sharp. Anchor yourself with cold, unshakable clarity. Tell yourself this is not your identity. This is not who you are. This is a test, a brutal trial designed to forge your strength, not sentence you to defeat. Visualize yourself as an ancient oak tree, towering and unyielding. The winds of chaos howl and batter your branches, but your roots, deep, unbreakable, anchored in unshakable peace, hold steady. You bend only when you must, and every time you do, you grow stronger, wiser, more untouchable. From this moment forward, declare war on every wasted ounce of your energy. Take back what the world tries to steal from you. Your power, your calm, your flame. They belong to you and you alone. No one else gets to play puppeteer with your mind or your spirit. You are the master of your reactions, the commander of your energy. The storm rages outside. Inside, you are a fortress. Number 4. Master your time. Master your energy. Time is the one currency the world refuses to give back. It's ruthless, unforgiving, and once spent, it's gone, vanished into the void forever. Yet, every single day, most people hand over their most precious seconds like they're nothing, willing captives to the hypnotic scroll of mindless feeds. endless distractions, and pointless meetings that bleed their energy dry. Every wasted moment is a silent robbery, a theft of your vitality, your drive, your raw, untamed potential. Imagine your life slipping through your fingers like grains of sand, and all you do is watch, powerless, while the clock devours your soul. Marcus Aurelius, one of the fiercest warriors of the mind, warned against letting the future unsettle you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Those weapons, your time, your focus, your energy. But modern life, with its chaos and noise, is a wildfire waiting to ignite and consume those weapons if you don't guard them with every ounce of your strength. You cannot afford to be careless. The second you lose control of your time, you surrender your power without a fight. Picture your day as a bank account, but instead of dollars, you're given 24 hours, your only capital in this unforgiving game. What if you spend most of that fortune on empty distractions, on trivial garbage that yields nothing but exhaustion? How bankrupt would you feel when night falls? No one would survive that kind of financial recklessness. So why let it happen with the most valuable asset you own, your energy? Every time you say yes to the wrong thing, you're not just giving away minutes. You're handing over shards of your soul to some invisible thief dressed in obligations and interruptions. Every text, every call, every mindless scroll, every draining debate online. Each one is a tax on your vitality. The moment you engage, your energy shifts away from your own mission and is swallowed by someone else's chaos. This is the quiet, deadly leak that sucks the fire out of you day after day. It's not just time lost. It's your essence fading into the background while you fight to keep your head above water. This rule demands brutal mastery over your time. No more Mr. Nice Guy with distractions. It's about saying no before exhaustion wraps its cold hands around your throat. It's about erecting walls so thick and fierce that no energy vampire dares cross them. It's about carving out sacred sanctuaries in your day, moments dedicated to growth, to focus, to passion, fuel for your soul, not poison that drains it. Ruthless discipline, fierce boundaries, total ownership. Visualize your time as a raging river carving its way through a vast canyon. Let debris pile up. Unwanted noise, meaningless tasks, toxic energy, and the river chokes, stalls, suffocates. But keep it clean, clear, fiercely guarded, and it becomes a force that powers mountains, nourishes valleys, breathes life into everything around it. Your energy is that river. You decide whether it's a stagnant puddle or a relentless force of nature. Master your schedule like a warlord guarding the gates to his empire. Protect your hours like sacred treasure because they are. Every second wasted is a battle lost. Every focus surrendered a betrayal to your own potential. You are the commander of your time, the sovereign of your energy. No one else gets to dictate how you spend your days. Say this with me, loud and unbreakable. I master my time. I master my energy. This is not a suggestion, it's a decree, a promise to yourself to take back control and burn through life with relentless purpose. The clock is ticking, the river flows, and your empire awaits. Number 5. Embrace silence to recharge your soul. In the deafening roar of modern life, silence has become the ultimate act of rebellion. It's not just quiet, it's defiance. A refusal to let the endless noise of this world steal what little energy you have left. Every day your mind is bombarded, social media screaming, conversations clamoring, ads pounding, thoughts spiraling, until your spirit is ragged, stretched thin like a worn rope ready to snap. You move through the chaos exhausted, barely holding yourself together. Have you ever sat in a crowded room only to realize your mind is louder than the crowd? That's the storm silence desperately fights against, a battlefield where energy is won or lost. Marcus Aurelius nailed it. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. That silence, your inner fortress, is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's your last line of defense, your secret weapon in the war for your energy. The world will try to drown you in noise, but that fortress of silence inside you, if you guard it fiercely, will remain untouchable, unbreakable. But make no mistake, silence is not simply the absence of sound. It's the presence of you, raw, unfiltered, and real. It's the sacred space where your true strength is born, away from the external chaos, distractions, and masks you wear every day. Silence strips you bare. It forces you to meet yourself face to face, your fears, your doubts, your deepest truths. And that is terrifying. That is why silence is rare. It demands courage, the kind of courage that scars and shapes warriors. Picture your mind as a wild lake. Noise is the harsh wind that whips the water into violent, draining waves, chaotic, exhausting, never still. Silence is the calm surface that reflects the endless sky, a mirror of clarity, depth, and renewal beneath. Without silence, your energy is tossed and torn, swallowed by storms you cannot control. But with silence, your soul sinks deep into that stillness, regenerates, and rises again, stronger and more alive than before. Choosing to retreat into silence, to be alone without the crutches of screens or chatter, is the ultimate act of rebellion against the world's energy theft. It's a radical refusal to let the noise dictate your worth or your power. In silence, your soul breathes again. Your fire rekindles. Your spirit recharges like a battery plugged into an ancient, untapped power source, silent but unstoppable. From this moment, make silence sacred. Carve out pockets of it in your life and protect them with the ferocity of a warrior guarding a temple. Not just minutes here and there, but deep, deliberate moments where the world fades away and only you remain. No distractions, no noise, just raw, unfiltered presence. Your energy depends on this. Your sanity depends on this. Your very soul demands it. Own the silence, harness its power. Let it flood through your veins and shake loose every chain noise has wrapped around your mind. You are not the chaos around you. You are the stillness inside the storm. And in that stillness, your energy is reborn, primal, fierce, eternal. Mastering your energy is not some optional skill reserved for the few. It is an absolute necessity carved into the bones of survival itself. In a world engineered to fragment your focus, to pull you into endless loops of distraction, your energy is the fiercest weapon you own. Every second you waste, every mental battle you lose to noise and chaos, you bleed power that no one can ever give back. This isn't about being polite or patient anymore. It's a battle cry, a declaration that your mind is sacred ground, and no one, not a single whisper of toxic energy, not a single second of wasted time, will ever breach your fortress again. The brutal Stoic rules you've just absorbed aren't dusty philosophies confined to ancient texts. They are war strategies for this modern battlefield, the raw code you must live by if you refuse to be consumed by the chaos. Protect your mental doorway like a fierce guardian who knows what's at stake. Refuse to barter your peace away to anyone who doesn't deserve to sit at your table. Own every single reaction with the unyielding authority of a king ruling his empire. Master your time with the ruthless precision of a warlord commanding his forces. And embrace silence, not as weakness, but as the wellspring of your power, the calm eye of your storm where your soul reignites. Marcus Aurelius spoke of obstacles turning into the path itself. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This is no hollow encouragement. It's a battle hymn for those who refuse to be victims. Use every distraction, every frustration, every challenge as fuel to forge an unbreakable spirit. Transform the chaos of the world into the raw power of your focus and your energy. The path is brutal, the fight relentless, but so is your will. If these words strike a fire inside you, if they break through the fog of fatigue and frustration, then don't keep that power locked inside. Like this video. Share it with those wandering, lost in distraction, those drowning in mental noise. Let this message spread like wildfire, igniting strength in every soul willing to fight for their own mind. Subscribe to this channel, where raw, unfiltered truths are the weapons we forge to reclaim our lives and our power. Now, before you go, commit to this fierce final affirmation. Write it down, say it aloud, plant it deep in your bones. I am the master of my energy and my life. Own those words like your life depends on them, because it does. Your energy is your life. Your life is your power. And from this moment forward, you will never let anyone steal it again.